Hi guys, it's Kelly from Cards by Christine here with you on a Technique Thursday to share with you the Easy Shaker card technique. So I'm actually going to be showing off the paper pumpkin alternative that I just did this last Monday. So if you tuned in then you may have seen this already, but to keep it in like the archives where it's easier to access, because you will want to do this and you will want to reference back to it because it is so cool and so easy. So for those reasons, I'm going to feature it as a traditional Technique Thursday as well. So let's show it off for those of you that haven't seen it yet. This is it. It has what I think I'll call an illusion front. I don't know. It's on a window sheet, so you can see the inside of the card from the outside of the card. And I just think this is so cool. I'm gonna shake all the little shimmies to the bottom. And I'm gonna show you how to make it. So the first thing you're going to take is a card base at, and I didn't score this here, I see, 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. So I'm gonna bring in my cutter to score that because I see I didn't do that. I tried to prep, not quite everything. And then you're going to score it and fold it just like you were using it for a traditional vertical opening card. And then you've also got a standard mat. Here I have the Poppy Parade DSP. Poppy Parade matches this. So now this snowman piece that we'll be getting to shortly is from the paper pumpkin kit from November. They were being used to make treat boxes, and I'm more of a card scale. I might actually use these treat boxes for my son's 3K class for Christmas. We'll see. Otherwise, I know there's a lot of people that aren't so gung-ho about when paper pumpkin is not a card kit. So for that reason, I wanted to make some alternatives featuring cards for those people that maybe were a little disappointed that they didn't get cards this time. And then I used a die from the Scalloped Contours to put on the inside. Now, again, right now, I am designing the inside, and you might be yelling at your computer saying, no, you're doing it all wrong. You're on the outside of the card. Patience. It'll all come together in a little bit. Okay, and now for the guy. I needed to. Okay, so when I opened this paper pumpkin, I was blown away by how huge these pieces were. So this is a standard traditional card base, and it's like giant. It doesn't fit. So I had to get a little creative when I was making these alternatives because you can't get the whole guy on. Okay, so I cut between the two buttons, and then I'm going to trim it down to 4 3/8, I think. Yeah, 4 3/8. So minor little trims off the side. Okay, so that should be all the cutting that I need to do for the rest of this guy. Then you're going to take a window sheet and cut it at 5 1/2 by 4 3/8. So a little bit wider than a card because we're using a cellophane envelope. And obviously envelopes are made for a card to go in, so they're a little larger than an envelope. So you're going to need a clear envelope, you're going to need a window sheet at 5 1/2 by 4 3/8, and then you've got your little snow dude. And you're going to shimmy your snow dude, and I see this envelope's got a little scuffing on it, so you're going to give me 4 seconds while I go in a new one. So that was a couple more than 4 seconds, so I apologize for that. But all right, so you're going to take your envelope and flap it open, and then put the Snow Dude on the back, then the clear envelope on, or excuse me, the clear window sheet on top. And then you're gonna slide it in to your envelope with the flap on the front, okay? So we've got the back of the envelope, we've got the Snow Dude, the window sheet, and then the flap on the front. Now you're gonna wanna shimmy your dude all the way to the bottom. And then you're going to take your embellishments. There's a couple different sequence options for this card. I am using the Subtle Shimmer sequins, and I'm gonna pour a bunch in there. No true measurement on how many that's gonna be. And you're gonna send them to the bottom. Okay, maybe a little less than that. Oop, yeah, there, that's better. Okay, and then, now there's a couple important steps here. So hopefully I haven't lost you yet. So get all your little shimmies down to the bottom. Now, make sure you have everything how you relatively want it, because it's about the last opportunity you have to get back in there. Then you're going to take a piece of either crystal clear Scotch tape. So I've got frosted Scotch tape here, and I don't want to be able to see it, so I don't have clear Scotch tape, so I'm using a half strip of packaging tape, which is clear. So that will work, but it's not the easier of the two. So if you've got clear packing or clear Scotch tape, that'll work better. And then you're just going to seal your envelope shut. Okay, and then take your glue scissor and trim any excess off. Sorry, my head's gonna probably be in here. You guys, I have very poor vision, even with glasses. I mean, obviously the glasses correct it, but even with the glasses, I do have a hard time seeing. I have quite a high prescription, so I don't see fine details as great as some people, so. Okay, then you're going to take your card base. Again, you guys are probably thinking like I'm just the craziest person ever. Opening at the top, crease at the bottom. You're gonna line your card up, flush with the bottom, and fold it over, and then seal it. So I'm gonna pull this thing off, and do that again so that it hopefully didn't shift. Okay, now that that's done, I'm going to flip it open and seal it, or use some tear and tape here. Now, credit is due here. This is not my brilliant idea. I saw Patty Bennett I don't think she did the paper pumpkin cards for this, but I saw her using this easy shaker card, and I loved it, and I wanted to try it ever since I saw it. So when I saw these snow creatures, I thought this was the coolest thing ever. Okay, so now you're going to take more tear and tape and close the whole thing. So this is actually your whole card base that you made here in Flirty Flamingo is not even going to open the card at all. That was just to put your sandwich together, in a manner of speaking. So I'm going to be generous with my tear and tape because I really want this thing to stay shut. Probably put 5 strips in here. Woo! Definitely don't want that hanging out there. Whoa! My goodness, you guys, I'm getting crazy. Okay. So the card is almost done, and as I look at this guy, when I started filming, I'm like, man, should have I put a sentiment strip on here? Did I forget the embellishments? There's no ribbon. Then I reminded myself, well, the embellishments are all the little sequins that are on the inside. So there's a ton of embellishments on this card, per se. And in the end, I kind of decided maybe all of that would have taken away too much from the really cool shaker card that we just made. So, I don't know. Maybe I should have spiced it up a little more, but I think it turned out nice. So, let me just kind of show you here. Got your shaker, and then your card kind of stands up, kind of doesn't. Maybe if you give this a real good burnish, it would stand up. Oh yeah, there it is. And it's got a clear front that gives you a preview of the inside. You know, and I thought about this as well. You probably could have put, instead of a window sheet, if you don't have window sheets, they have a lot of great uses, so they're a worthy purchase. But if you don't have a window sheet, you probably could have used vellum as well. Vellum doesn't have the same integrity though, because this is the front flap of your card, so the window sheet kind of gives it the sturdiness. But you could probably try vellum if you don't have a window sheet. But then you flop it open and you've got the inside of your card, which I stamped "Oh What Fun" on, which is from the Paper Pumpkin kit. So, what do you think? Isn't that the coolest shaker card ever? I really, really like it. So I will definitely be making more of these. I think it gives a really unique look by having that clear front. So if this inspired you, either leave a comment about how much you liked it, or I would love for you to create one of your own and show it off in the comments below. So I hope you had a wonderful Technique Thursday, and you can catch Chris later tonight for some live card making.